Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Martine, and if you are new here, I do videos on Vedic astrology mainly, but also with some tropical insights, and I focus on both natal and relationship astrology. And if you like this video and you would like to hear more content from me, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video. And also, if you're interested in a personal consultation, I do consultations on a wide variety of topics. Please check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. Thank you. So today's video is going to be on transits for 2022 for Ascendant in Cancer. And first of all, I'm just gonna say the next sign that I'm gonna cover in this series, because like I mentioned, I'm going to just randomly pick a sign out of a little urn of tickets. So the next sign is going to be Capricorn. Which is funny because it's directly opposite Cancer anyway. And another thing that kind of hit me just now is actually you can also potentially use this prediction for your moon sign as well. That's something you want to keep in mind. Also, before I get into it, I want to mention that once again, this is going to be a generalized prediction, so I'm going to be looking at a few transits for the few major planets, the more what do you call them, generational planets, right? So because they're going to stay longer in one sign. But if you want to get a more personalized interpretation, you would have to get a personal consultation, because of course there are a lot of factors that cannot be taken into account when you do a generalized reading. I wanted to say that as a disclaimer. And so getting into the actual video introduction, once again, I have divided the year of 2022 into three main charts based on the signs of Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu. So chart 1 phase is going to be from January 1st to April 22nd, 2022, when Jupiter is in Aquarius, Saturn is in Capricorn, Rahu will be in Taurus. The chart 2 phase roughly from April 22nd to July 21st, 2022, when Jupiter is in Pisces, Saturn is in Aquarius, and Rahu in Aries. An observation here is that Rahu will actually enter Aries around April 3rd, but to simplify it, I have not also done a separate chart for the Rahu variation. So yeah, that's something to take into account, because when I'm going to be talking about Rahu's transits, you should bear in mind that Rahu will enter Aries around April 3rd, actually, not around April 22nd, but I have included it in this chart phase, okay? Because it will stay in Aries until the end of the year. The chart 3 phase is from around July 21st to around December 31st, the end of the year 2022, when Jupiter is in Pisces, Saturn in Capricorn, and Rahu in Aries. Another small disclaimer is that I say around a certain date because, again, in order to know exactly at which time these transits will, these planets will enter a certain sign, you would have to do a personalized chart and take into account the geographical coordinates, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And to get straight into it, so for the chart 1 phase, okay, Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn in the 7th house during this time, as well as the chart 3 phase when Saturn and Pluto will also be in Capricorn after July 21st, is an important time with respect to meeting a long-term partner, starting a long-term relationship, or if you have already met someone and you're in a relationship, this is a good time to take a next important step, like moving in together, getting engaged, getting married. Okay? Also, however, bear in mind that being a Cancer Ascendant, it is recommended that you marry late, meaning after the age of 28, ideally for the durability of the marriage. Okay? Also, Jupiter will be in the 8th house, aspecting the 2nd and the 12th houses, which shows that during this time, your financial prospects, gains from in-laws and or spouse and the spouse family of origin are going to be family of origin. So the gain prospects will be good financially. This is a good time to increase knowledge in the occult, in psychology, investments, or foreign languages. Also any kind of research work. Death of competitors or enemies, as well as subordinates or pets, can also happen during this time, especially if you're going through a Mahadasha or Antardasha of Jupiter. Health issues also could potentially cause debt. Rahu in the 11th house shows ambitious networking on your part. It shows that you will seek to increase your friend circle, and relations to older siblings might change suddenly, and there could be tensions with respect to these relationships. It also shows that you might meet people, like you might network a lot around people of foreign origin. Rahu aspects the 3rd and the 7th house as well, which shows increased interest in writing and career. Your career could be especially boosted if you work in fields like IT, telecommunications, or anything to do with foreign cultures, and or anything that implies the use of social media, like bloggers and such, vloggers and such. You might develop a attraction to a person of a foreign culture again, but whether this is worth pursuing or not, again, is something that you should analyze in your particular natal chart. Saturn aspects the 9th house, which shows that a lot of efforts are going to be placed on higher learning and spiritual pursuits, as well as long distance or long-term journeys. Saturn and Jupiter aspect the 4th house, which shows that this is a good time to get a home, or to move homes, or to get a mortgage loan, or anything to do with real estate investments. This is also a good time to move in with a partner. Also, it's a good time to get a vehicle. Okay. Of course, it's also a good time to do anything like redecorating the house, or maybe changing something with regards to your vehicle, like your car, especially cars and boats and stuff. Well, mostly cars. Okay, so that's pretty much what I can say about the chart 1 phase. The chart 2 phase, okay, will start around April 22nd, will last until July 21st, 2022. Saturn in the 8th house, and also aspecting the 2nd and the 10th, will show some issues related to your in-laws at this time, could be potentially affecting your finances, your social status, and career or performance at the job. This is a time to carefully plan your expenses and make sure that you do not, engage in frivolous spending because of the Saturn aspect. So you are basically going to be forced to become more frugal and controlled with your expenses. Jupiter in the 9th house shows this is a good time for higher studies. It's a good relationship. It shows good relationships to your mentors, your teachers. It's also a good time to find mentors and teachers. And it's also a good time to start something like a, long study program or something. Like master's degree and above, higher learning. And of course, it's also a good time to learn anything to do with higher philosophy, religions, and so on and so forth. Jupiter will be aspecting the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th house. This shows that you will feel more optimistic during this time. You will be joyful and have chances to spend more time doing what you love. Relations to younger siblings, neighbors, and children will improve during this time. This is also a good time to start again a new romantic relationship because of the Jupiter-Saturn, especially because if you're going through the Jupiter or Saturn Mahadasha or Antardasha. Saturn and Rahu aspecting the 2nd house shows that your relationship to your family of origin might become a little bit strained or a little bit colder and more detached during this time. or there will be some kind of dissatisfaction connected to your relation to your family of origin. Ketu in the 4th house will show that this is a time of heightened intuition and sensitivity. Your subconscious is active and you could get images and creative ideas, especially with respect to things like real estate, vehicles, again, cars, boats, home decoration, etc. And also just all kinds of insights connected to insights that are basically coming from your subconscious. So you are very creative during this time. On the downside, it shows that you have to take care of your mother's health. There could be potential health problems on the mother's side. Rahu aspecting the 6th shows that there could be some unusual things going on at your workplace, or maybe some kind of disruption that you don't particularly like. Again, if you are an employee, you might get foreign coworkers or some kind of a foreign influence in the workplace. It is also a time when you will get the urge to maybe get exotic pets. And this particular transit will stay active until the end of the year, because Rahu will stay in Aries, like I mentioned. So you want to bear that in mind. Chart 3 phase, okay? From around July 21st until around December 31st, 2022. During this time, Saturn in the 7th shows responsibilities in partnership, a time when your profession will require extra work. Jupiter and Saturn influence the 9th house. This is again very good for education, completing studies especially, or taking like a long-term commitment. Again, it could be like entering a study program. Higher, or even if you don't go for some kind of formal education, this is a good time to solidify knowledge on meditations, yoga, religion, philosophy, and or finding a guru or a teacher or a mentor. It could also show that you will feel drawn to the religion of your father or from your father's lineage. Maybe rekindle a religion, if not take up a new one. Rahu in the 10th house during this time, in continuation to the chart 2 phase, because it was also in the 10th house. This shows that this is good, especially, like I said, for people working in IT, chances of remote work, foreign career opportunities. So meaning there could be some opportunities coming from foreign origins. I mean, in your career. This could be anything. It doesn't really matter if you're a job owner or an employee. Could be that you might come across as a little bit untrustworthy to your superiors at work. So this is a good time to tread carefully, to be very clear and transparent in your dealings. Saturn and Jupiter are aspecting the Ascendant. This is a good time to work on your body, your health, again, through things like improving your diet, fitness regimen, sleep, yoga, etc. And of course, this is a good time to work on healing any health problems that you might have. Ketu and Saturn are aspecting the 4th house, which shows that, again, you will feel, it shows that you will feel the urge to declutter during this time and maybe simplify your home base environment. In other words, go a little bit minimalist. It could also show problems within the home, like, issues with the plumbing and so on. So problems connected to the physical home or with vehicles. Again, take care of your mother if she shows any kind of signs of health problems. This is not to be ignored. Jupiter in the 8th house ensures that your optimism will pretty much stay high throughout this entire chart 3 phase. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, like I said, this is a generalized reading. And once again, if you have liked it, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video, and also comment in the comment section with any feedback that you would like to give. And also, thank you once again for helping me reach the number of subscribers that I have. And please continue to watch the ads if you want to support my channel for free. And also, once again, if you're interested in a personal consultation, I do consultations on a wide variety of topics. Please check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. Thank you.